Well, I just watched Gabbie Hanna's video. Look, I was sitting here with a bad tripod and I was editing. Took a break from it. And I was like, oh, let me go on YouTube. So then I see Gabbie Hanna's video that she just posted like 20 minutes ago. And I'm sitting here like, what? It started off with, I wrote it down, somewhere between hypomanic and or unalive. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube. I don't think I can say suicidal, but that's what she was saying. And then she just starts to go off on this rant. And truth teller, to say I'm disgusted would be an understatement. And then she goes off on this rant, like not this rant, but like this singing. She starts singing and singing out of nowhere. And honestly, this is the first time that, hi Melody, this is like the first time where I'm actually genuinely concerned. Like I watched this and I was like, fuck, like I'm sitting here, I kid you not guys, I'm editing this video, thanks all that jazz. I'm editing this video because I stopped every single thing I was doing this week to make this creep show art video. So hopefully that should go up soon, but I was like, let me take a break, you know? Thank you. Life with age, life with sage, It's more creepy than bad. Yeah, it's creepy, but it's also like, this is the shit people do before you hear about them being unalive on TMZ the next day. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to look all cute for this YouTube video and creep show art. So I edit and then I edit and then I film again and I edit. And so this video of creep show art should go up hopefully pretty soon. You ever see Buffy? The behavior reminds me of, oh, Drusilla, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Dun, 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 dun. That's actually my favorite. I know exactly who Drusilla is. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Drusilla and Spike. Oh my goodness. But, you know, back to Gabbie Hanna real quick. You know, this kind of made me want to call like the police or something, you know, and I was like, okay, well, is she going to unalive herself? But then she says her album is coming soon. Is she going to post her album and then unalive herself? It was very like, I'm not kidding, like it was scary. And then I even said, and then I was like, you know what, hold up, maybe she's just trolling. And that's why I monetized this live for a reason, because I was like, you know what, hold up, she sat there and monetized this too. So I'm like, okay, so maybe she's not so serious, because I don't know, guys, I'm like in emotions right now with what I just saw. I'm like, what the hell? Entirely off topic, with the lipstick color looks, oh, thank you. Thanks, Sharmona. Diana, do you think she's manipulating the audience to her side? I don't know at this point, because we as viewers, right, Ashley? Yeah, she monetized it. We as viewers, it's like we're gonna be the bad guys if we sit here and say she's manipulating us, you know, things didn't go her way. Guys, we should give Gabbie Hanna another chance. You know, we, the viewers, we're gonna look bad though if we are just like, you know what, she's manipulative and she's this, that, and the other, right? We're the people who are going to look bad, right? But what if this shit is serious, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, where the hell are her friends? Did she at least have the audacity to at least, if this was just a show for us, did she call up her friends and say, hey, you know what, just let you know, I'm gonna put this video that may seem like I'm about to unalive myself. I mean, the video is scary. It's like a TikTok. It's like one of her crazy TikTok videos, but it's edited. And I'm like, between hypomanic and unalive, that's what she said in her video. She was with Irene recently. Okay, well, I don't know what to think of Gabbie Hanna. Let me read these comments. As someone who has mental health issues, I condone calling Gabbie Hanna manipulative. Needless to say, that doesn't mean it's a joke either. It's just insane. It doesn't matter if she turned off likes, dislikes, and comments. This video was just about her saying that she's leaving the internet. Nothing deep about it. That's it. Is it really how she said she was leaving the internet? Because that's not what that's not anything I got. I got a bunch of singing. I got a bunch of just a bunch of TikToks all in one video. It was a 3-minute and 52-second video, I think. And if that's the case, then she should have just said she's leaving and that's that. You know what I mean? There's no need for us to have to speculate whether or not she's going to unalive herself. Because that's what that video gave me. It gave me unaliving vibes. So I don't like, you know, I don't know what to think of it, but I just hope, regardless of all the shenanigans that's happened over the past weeks or months, I genuinely do hope that Gabbie Hanna gets the help that she needs and she doesn't go online for it. I hope that she doesn't. I know part of me is split because another part of me is just like, is she is she trying to manipulate us? You know what I mean? Is she trying to make us talk about her again? Because you better believe after that video, you're gonna see some drama channels with videos tonight, like bigger drama channels than me. Like, you know what I mean? The fact that you're gonna write the whole unalive right in the very beginning, that's what did it for me. I'm like, wait, what is this? What am I watching? Video was odd, but I check out the description of the video. It gives the real purpose behind the video, but I don't think the video was the best way to go about that. That is true. Actually, let me check, because I kind of skimmed through it, if I'm being honest, just because I was like, what the hell am I watching? It freaked me out a little bit, if I'm being honest. It freaked me out. She's still trying to claim it's not about drama. Let's see. So it's 30 minutes and it's gotten 20,000 views. All right. Oh, shit. It's a very long-ass description. All right. All right. Damn. Honestly, at this point, she did so many calculated, manipulative things that I can't trust her. Yeah, I bet. So I don't know, like, I don't want to read this whole entire thing, but I'm going to try to skim through it. I felt my mental health being compromised, so I took a step back to touch blah, 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 blah. This series is simply a documentation of life not many people experience or see. It was also meant to be a commentary about targeting and harassment. Blah, blah, blah. It's meant to serve as a tool and shedding light, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of skimming through it, so I'm not being rude. I'm just kind of... because I am living real quick, but I want to talk about what I'm reading. I'm starting the series. I was also just starting treatment. I was editing. I was able to look back at the situations I was describing and recognize how my lack of understanding exaggerated. Otherwise, I began medicate. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. Because you know what? This is the shit she should have been saying on the damn camera instead of what she did. How many people read? I started this live without reading this shit. So how many people read this? You know what I mean? Like, this is the shit she should, even if she was reading it, this is what she should have said. I think she just took a break to re-edit her series because in the description she's going to still, yeah, a lot of people with opinions on my series haven't watched it. They watched videos talking about me without asking. Well, I watched all of it, Gabbie Hanna, so... I created it so I could stop obsessing, and for all intents and purposes, it worked. I feel myself healing and moving. I wanted to tell my side and never speak of it again, and I failed at the beginning by engaging online. Surprise, I'm impulsive and defensive. I'm also a human. I found myself wanting to blah, 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 blah. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the series. I put a lot of... Oh, great. So she's going to be coming back with the series. Awesome. Ugh. Okay. So, okay. Who even reads description boxes? That's what I'm trying to say. Like... Why? Like, first off, I saw that video and she clearly knew. So she's trolling. Okay. She's trolling again. That's exactly what she's doing. Because, you know, it's irresponsible to just put this all in the description. That's what I'm trying to say. At least put the... Oh, she's making my profanity come out here. Put the statements and shit on the screen. That's what you do. When you don't want to talk, when you don't want to put, like... What, Todd from the Vlog Squad, when he apologized, he just put a damn statement on screen. Even though that was a shitty ass apology, you know, we were all still able to read it. So I just don't understand. Gabbie Hanna is trolling. So you know how I started this video of me being so concerned once again. That's what I'm trying to... When you cry too many times, you know, eventually, whether it's a real cry or not, people are not going to come. And I don't know what else could she possibly have with this damn series. Like, it sounded like she was somewhat apologetic in there because I was reading some apologies and stuff. Like, my gosh. You know what? F it. I think I'm going to have to now depict this word from word now. Let's do it, because she pissed me off the fact that she put all of this shit in the description. Who puts a whole entire... Okay, we're gonna read this. Kind of annoyed at the moment because, once again, I honestly feel like YouTube needs to chat with Gabbie Hanna, okay? YouTube had to chat with Keemstar and Ethan Klein when they were doing their thing. YouTube had a meeting with both of them, and YouTube needs to sit down and talk to Gabbie Hanna. But, hold on, let me read. Girl, thanks so much for talking about it. I didn't want to give Gabbie this view. Exactly. You're welcome, Veronica. I think she's coming out with the new music, and this was all about that. No, I understand that she's coming out with new music. I saw the end of the video, but this is not the way to go about it. And the very fact that she went about it this way, it really just illustrates that she has not changed at all. She has not changed. Not one bit. One bit. But you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but now I'm going to do this. And she wants to write a bunch of crap in the description. Yeah, someone on her managing team needs to be fired. But since she wants to write a bunch of stuff on her description, I am going to read this. And I do want to state with managers and stuff, like, for instance, David Dobrik had a publicist, but he never really used it. So you could have really great people, but you also have to listen to what they're saying as well. So, but all right, let's go through it real quick. Sorry if my face is turning here, but I'm going to read part of what she wrote in her description, and then we're going to go through it because she pisses me off. She really pissed me off. Okay. I felt my mental health being compromised, so I took a step back to be a person, touch some grass, pet my cats, see my friends, write some music, paint, mostly. I knew coming into this it would be very difficult, but I wasn't able to handle it the way I thought I was. The series is and always has been about healing, so if it gets to a place where it's no longer serving the purpose, I am not going to push myself in a direction that's hurting me, then it's helping. So when did she realize that? After the whole Bianca Devin situation or prior? Like, when did she realize that the series was no longer helping anyone? Looks like therapy is not helping her. Healing causing harm. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Gal with Gloves and Claymore 007. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, exactly at what point did you stop? You know, the internet went on fire with the whole Jessie Smiles thing, and she knew she was wrong for that. But let's continue. This series is not about drama. Whoa! Whoa! She goes, this series is not about drama. Do we have to go into the Rice Gum drama, which was the first series? Do we have to go into the second one, which was about drama channels and calling out? What did she think was going to happen? Not a shitstorm was going to happen when she called out the drama channels? Like, what exactly? I'd like to know, what did she think was going to happen? Anyways, let's read. Not about drama. It's about my life and processing trauma. She talked more about people than she talked about how she processed her trauma. She talked about more about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder than her talking about how she processed her trauma. Okay, let's keep continuing. Unfortunately, a lot of that does involve people who consistently wrap me up in drama. Wrap them... Every single word she's saying, who's wrapping you up in drama? Who? Like, the only reason why I have a shit ton of videos on my channel about Gabbie Hanna, and so many other people have a shit ton of videos about Gabbie Hanna, is because she's the one who brought this back up. She's the person who brought everything back up. So I am trying to comprehend. I am trying to, understand. It's delusional. Of course it's, you know, it's just people who's bringing this back up. What about your whole entire series and the fact that Daniel Prada and Joey Graceffa had to come out and make statements because of you? Oh my goodness. Babes, calm down, babes. Breathe. It's not your fault at all. Melody Rose. I don't even know. I think I'm way too wrapped up in this. That's the problem. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. Thanks, sorta, Sophie. Yeah, you know, but we're gonna continue to read this. I'm glad I didn't read this actually in the video, because her description or what she's saying is so stupid. Yeah, I would never understand how she has so many followers. Yeah, me neither. Okay. Let me try to go read through a sentence. Okay. A lot of that does involve people who consistently wrap me up in drama online. Trust me, I hate it too. Okay, I said I was just gonna keep reading, but how does she hates it when she literally admits to trolling? She admitted to wanting to be trending on Twitter, but you hate the drama too, girl. You hate the drama. Okay, we're gonna continue reading on now. This series is simply a documentation of a life not many people experience or see. It was also meant to be a commentary on the constant targeted harassment and exploitation of women in media. You mean the one clip that I watched where you talked about Bad Baby, you talked about, oh, Beyonce, and, we're supposed to listen to you. I mean, mind you, okay, I will admit that whole apology she gave for the way how she talked about people of my color, that did sound, I will say, genuine. That did sound genuine. But about women, if that was the case, she only dedicated a really small part, because she talked about all these celebrities, like Khloe Kardashian, all these people, but that was a very small part of her series, extremely small. So for her to say it was about women, it was kind of crazy to me. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Milky Puff. Okay. In starting the series, I was also just starting treatment. I actually agree with her on that. I do believe she was just starting treatment. I do believe, because you can kind of see a little difference, like when I watched the series from the beginning, what my notes were like when I was taking down notes to how it was like chapter 5. But okay. Okay, I'm gonna read. It was also meant to be a commentary on the constant targeted, okay, blah 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 blah. It's meant to serve as a tool in shedding light on the way trivialized and misunderstood mental disability, ADHD. Okay, for anyone who has ADHD, do not look for Gabbie Hanna for any ADHD advice. Do not do your own research. Do not look at what she says happens when you have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. If there's anything that you do and you think you may have it, you consult your doctor. You go to a medical professional. Whatever you do not watch this and be like, okay, this is how people are supposed to act when they have ADHD. What she did was she made an excuse. Gabbie Hanna made an excuse and used ADHD. ADHD in some problems or situations she had may have been the reason, and I'm being very nice here, but she uses it as an excuse. And there's a difference between a reason and an excuse. But let's continue. In starting the series, I was also just starting treatment. As I was editing, I was able to look back at the situations I was describing and recognize how my lack of understanding in treatment exacerbated otherwise trivial situations. I began medicating shortly after I finished filming, and it changed my life. I spent so much of my life feeling like an alien on Earth, not understanding why I thought so differently than other people, wondering why things that felt earth-shattering to me felt insignificant to the rest of the world. If someone had sat me down and explained to me that I don't process the world the same as most others. Okay, I'm sorry. Once again, delusional, because she's trying to use her behavior as an excuse for the reasons she did the shit that she did. Like, she didn't understand. She didn't learn a damn thing from this series. I mean, I guess not. It's her series, right? But once again, guys, she's blaming ADHD for bad behavior. Like, it kills me. It blows my mind. It's like, with the whole like escape the night situation, because I'm not going to talk about Jessie or her trauma, so I'm going to try to not talk about that. But even with the whole like escape the night situation, Gabbie Hanna left a lot of things out, like when she didn't show up for her damn fittings. She left so much stuff out, but now she's talking about her ADHD like, I just didn't realize that's what I had, and that's why I did the things that I did. How does that have anything to do? People who have ADHD, they don't treat people like shit. They don't treat people... Okay. Exactly, she's always refers to her terrible actions. Yeah. Let me read comments, because I need to cool down a little bit. I'm not like other girls. I know she's not like other girls. Can you explain what Gabby did in the 10 seconds? I'm confused. No, Gabby Hanna just, for those who are just joining, Gabby Hanna, she posted up a video just now. It's probably going to be like 30, 40 minutes ago, called Sorry I'm Late. And she wrote that she was hypomanic and, or like unalive, or wanted to be unalive, basically. That's what she wrote in the very beginning of it. And then she started singing for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, like she was on TikTok. It was kind of creepy, weird. And then decided to read. I found out from you guys that she wrote a novel in the description, and now I'm reading it. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. This is a topic that is very dear. Okay, crap, where did I start? Gosh, why is there so much in here? That's what I'm trying to say. She did this on purpose. This was all premeditated for sure. I thought of so differently. If someone had sat me down and explained to me that I don't process the world the same as most other people because my brain didn't develop like most other people, I would have spent a lot less time being a bee to my effing brains out. Huh? I don't know. She was using profanity in there. Okay, this is a topic that is very dear and important to me. Men and women experience ADHD differently. The age at which you recognize and get treatment makes you experience ADHD differently. Once again, she's blaming ADHD for her actions, for her behavior. Having ADHD doesn't excuse you from things. And just, guys, ask a professional. They'll tell you that having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder doesn't give you the right to call people out of their names, doesn't give you the right to yell at people, doesn't give you the right to not show up to fittings, to be disrespectful, to be unprofessional. It doesn't give you the right to do any of those things. I can't. Like, all right. Oh, this whole entire paragraph is about ADHD and how she's not going to take accountability for shit. Even in this, okay, let's continue reading. We got this. This is not torture. We're not going to get angry here. We're going to keep reading, guys. The type of ADHD makes you experience ADHD differently. Okay, the way you were raised makes you experience ADHD differently. The level of severity makes you experience ADHD differently. To say someone's disability doesn't affect them in a certain way because it doesn't affect you a certain way is incredibly ableist. Listen here, Gabby Hanna. It's not about that. It's the fact that you want to call someone a dumb cunt and blame it on ADHD. You know what I mean? Like she needs, who's she talking to? Like, fire her friends because they're not her real friends. Like, who is she talking to? Like, no one's saying, obviously, everyone who has ADHD, they may have a different side effect from you. That's not what we're saying. But the fact that she hasn't learned anything. She's going to still be the same Gabby Hanna. It's really sad she really just hasn't learned much. Because she's still, this whole entire paragraph is her blaming ADHD for absolutely everything. She has no ability to regulate her emotions. I don't know. Yeah, she's using it as a shield instead of saying sorry. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, isn't it easier? But she just keeps, this is her doubling down. That's all this is her doubling down. Okay. A lot of people with opinions on my series haven't watched it. They watched videos talking about me without asking the time to listen to me. It sucks, but it's life. This series is my art. It's meant to be consumed in its entirety, not in bits and pieces. I created it so I could stop obsessing, and for all intents and purposes, it worked. I feel myself healing and moving on. I wanted to tell my side and never speak of it again, and I failed at the beginning by engaging online. Surprise! I'm impulsive and defensive. I'm also human. I found myself wanting to explain myself again and wanting to combat every new lie. Then I took a step back into the real world where I'm a pretty happy and chill person. Online, I'm a version of me that I really can't stand. So at least that's one thing I think we could both agree on. Online, she's a version that we all can't stand. Like, I think it's really sad that she is incapable of taking any accountability, responsibility for anything. Gabby Hanna it would literally blow her mind if she were just to say the words "I'm sorry." I don't think she's even met. I can't even meet her with sense because she doesn't have any. Like, I don't understand. It's I mean, there's a bunch of, and it reminds me back to what Daniel Prada said, or was it, no, it was Joey Graceffa, who was like, she needs to live in her delusional world because it's very comfy there. And you know, in the very beginning, I really didn't want to use that word delusional, but it's the only word that I keep circling back around with. I don't know how to make sense with someone who doesn't have any. Like, I don't know, like, she's incapable of saying I'm sorry. She's incapable of just acknowledging the fact of her actions and what they inflicted on other people. She's incapable of just being a decent human being sometimes. That's how I feel. And I'm like, and I'm not trying to comfort her. It's just my opinion. I think, how can you do so much and don't even realize, like, it's all about her? What about how your actions made other people feel? What about how your actions in your series, how did that make every other person feel? She doesn't even look at that. All she looks at is, this is my truth and my story, but her truth isn't the real damn truth. It's just not. And it's like, and you're going to have more of this shit? You're going to have more of a series? I hope it's done. Oh my goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still going to cover the series because, you know, I'm actually committed at this point. Like, I can't just start with chapter 1 and then just end. So I will be covering it. But as my grandma would say, Lord of me, like, what in the world? She literally needs to stop. I know YouTube needs to sit down and talk to her and tell her to stop. Like, they've done this before. I really wish that they get involved. And I think they can. YouTube has a Twitter account where it's like the YouTube team or something, because she needs an awakening. Like, the people who really like her can watch her truth on her Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, I just think she enjoys starting this shit show. But let me read some of what you guys are saying. Her truth is a version she made up in her head to make herself a victim. Exactly. And the scary part is that on purpose, or is that, you know, what she really thinks? Nobody likes Gabbie Hanna, but no one will stop talking about her. Because she just does this stupid shit. And it's like, plus, the only reason why I'm talking about her too is because I really thought she was like going to unalive herself until I read that description. When you have the mental health thing, once you recognize that your behavior is biased and your disorder, most people try to change it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Gabbie Hanna said she had all these boundaries, and it's like, now obviously people are going to feel the way how they're going to feel about what I'm about to say, but when you have so many boundaries, when you have, it's like, maybe work on your boundaries more before you put yourself in an environment that you feel may like hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, work on yourself more before you put yourself in an environment where you're just going to be unhappy. You know, I don't think it's right for people to always project their boundaries, their triggers onto the world, and we're all just supposed to be like yes puppies and agree with every single thing that they say. That's not how it works, you know? I'm an understanding person, so if someone tells me their boundaries, I'll learn how to work with it, around it. But it's not fair for us human beings to sit here and be like, okay, yes, Gabbie Hanna, you can go ahead and call a PA a dumb cunt. Go ahead and do that, Gabbie Hanna, because you have ADHD. That's not how the shit works. It's just not. So she doesn't make any sense to me. This honestly breaks my heart. As a fan of her and explore my capabilities, her therapist is not helping her. If she really is going to therapy, the therapist seems to enable the behavior. But here's the thing, people like Gabbie Hanna, what's so dangerous is that they would just go to someone who agrees with them. Who knows how many therapists she went through? You know, that's the thing with people like Gabbie Hanna. She's gonna find someone who tells her she has ADHD. She's gonna find someone, and I'm not saying she doesn't, but I'm saying people like her. If Gabbie Hanna believes she has something, she's gonna find someone to tell her that. Now, I want to state, I am not saying that she does not have that. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying if Gabbie Hanna, you know, says that she's right, she's going to go through 100 therapists until one of them tell her that she's right. So That's Gabby Hanna, as I learned. I doubt it's the therapist. She probably doesn't listen to her therapist. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she listens to anyone. I think, her friends are not her friends. I think, on a certain level too, I do think that there's only so much a person can do. So there's that. But right, therapy only works if you're honest. However, her incapability to accept the things she can't accept and take accountability for the things she committed is just ruining it for her. Yes, Eduardo. She has said she was diagnosed with ADHD years ago, but she finally decided to get medication. No, I understand that, but that doesn't give her the right to want ADHD may be the reason for some things, but it can't be the excuse, okay? There's so many people who have that and they're not acting up. They're not calling people a dumb cunt. And I keep going to that because Gabby Hanna likes to use the fact that she had ADHD as an excuse to not show up for wardrobe fittings and then blame the producer or, the people behind Escape the Night for the reason why her shit doesn't work. You know what I mean? Or doesn't fit. She likes to blame people for things like also reading comments. She just cycles through everyone narrowly until she finds someone who agrees with her. Yes, I definitely agree with that, big brain. I wouldn't blame her therapist. Yeah. Are her issues. I mean, if you ask me, I think that there's some deeper issues going on more than ADHD, but I am not qualified and I cannot say that. So it's just my opinion. We can have opinions. And she smokes weed while using her meds. Yeah, she's got a lot going on, and I didn't like any of this. And I bet you guys are going to hear more about this from some other drama channels, because the very fact that she wouldn't even put this statement, if she would have just put this statement, guys, put this damn statement in her video, and mind you, she didn't need to have, if she didn't even want to read it, that's fine. But then if she would have just put the statement in the video, then we could have been all paused it and read it. But the very fact that she put it in the description, who is reading that shit, guys? Who is reading that? Because you guys told me that it was there. I pressed live. I started this live and didn't read that. So, yeah, there's that. Do you think she's really done with the internet? No, she's not, Ian. She's not done with the internet because she's still talking about how she's going to continue on with her series. Oh, wait. Wait. I don't think I finished reading this. A lot of people with opinions on my series, blah, blah, blah. I found myself, from here on out, I'm offline entirely. Oh, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the series. I put a lot of time and energy into it. So I don't get it. Oh, okay. You know what I think? Okay, so Gabby Hanna, when she first started this series, she said that she wasn't going to go on Twitter and engage and fight with people, right? So when she says that from here on out, I'm offline entirely, I think she means that when she continues on with putting out the rest of the series, because she goes on to state that I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of the series. So I think what she's saying is she's going to continue to put out the series, but she's not going to go online and she's not going to engage with the feedback. So basically that's that. But I think it's kind of lame too, because if you're putting out a whole thing of you putting out a series is that for you to not communicate with others, I guess that is on you if you don't want to do that. But I don't know, it just feels a one-way thing to where you can just trash everyone and, oh, I'm done, bye. It's like you trashed everyone, but then no one's allowed to say anything about you. Well, here I am saying shit about her, but you know what I mean? It's just like this one-way thing. Like when David Dobrik, when he posted his first apology, when he had his huge scandal going on, and then turned off the comments but wrote "let's talk" in the title. It's kind of like that in a way. But yeah, man, I don't know, I'm kind of over Gabby Hanna right now. Let's see, did she post anything? And you know what the sad part is? I don't actually believe her for a moment. I don't believe that she's going to just be offline. I think she's sitting here and I think she's not watching me, but watching like the reaction to people talking about her. I think she genuinely gets off on that, of because even when this whole thing was going on, she was like, oh, I'm trending, and I'm like, and then she starts laughing, and this was on her Instagram stories, and she starts laughing. She goes, but I'm trending for a bad reason, but I'm trending, while she was cutting up chicken. And I'm just like, this is what she wants. She wants people talking about her. Right. Pretending to listen, but never listening. What else are you guys saying? Yeah. It's like, oh, I have an anger issue. Sorry I slapped your mom. Don't press charges. That's what I'm saying, Brooke. So Brooke said, it's like, oh, I have anger issues. Sorry I slapped your mom. Don't press charges. That's exactly what Gabbie Hanna's doing. It's like, she can do anything, and it's because she has ADHD. So yeah, I went into this video saying, oh my gosh, I feel sorry for Gabbie Hanna. I think she really needs help. And here's what I do. I think that she needs help. I don't think I feel as sorry for her that I did in the beginning of this video, because I didn't sit here and read this description until now with you guys. But I do think she needs help. I think she needs to get it offline. And I believe that her friends, she needs to fire them because they're not her friends. And I believe that she will never, and this is a sad thing to say, but I don't think there's ever going to be a time and place to where she will actually take accountability for absolutely anything. Nothing. Like, I don't think it's possible for her to do that. Right. No one reads the description. She won't be able to get the help without being honest with the people helping her. Yeah. So it's like, maybe she won't get help. I don't know. But that is my take on Gabbie Hanna. And yes, if she does come out with some more videos, I definitely will be reviewing it on my channel. But I just think that she's a troll. I think that she's delusional. I think that, with that being said, that she needs help, and hopefully she gets the right help, because I don't know where she's gonna get it if she's not open up for it. What absolutely broke my heart is what she stirred up again, and Curtis ran his mouth on Twitter about, I know. She posted a description on Twitter, so at least more people will see it. Oh, okay, well, that's good. Well, either way, it's like she wants to be, I bet you she's going to be trending on Twitter now. So many people are going to read that and going to have so many things to say. Please say, oh, hi, Mickey50. No lies detected in this live. Thank you. Like, she just, I don't know, guys, I think I'm talked out with Gabbie Hanna because she pissed me off. She pissed me off in the beginning of this live. But thank you guys for letting me know, because for those of you who just came in, you guys know that I did not even know about the description, and I read everything. And just to look over it again real quickly, I'm trying to see the accountability she took, and she didn't take shit. Like, no accountability. She spent, at this point, she's digging herself a hole. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there was no apologies for anyone. No apologies to Jessie. No saying I'm sorry. You know, nothing. Like, she does not care. She just, and then I would never want to listen to her music either. No matter how good she sounds. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Gabbie Hanna can't sing. Look, I listened to her music, and I said she sounded like Ashlee Simpson, and I stand by it. I think she like gives me that Ashlee Simpson vibes. And had she not been through what she's going through now, I may have listened to Gabbie Hanna, but I will never listen to her, because the person behind the voice can't take accountability for shit. The person behind the voice is a selfish human being. And, you know, with that being said, even though I have my opinions about her, like, I wouldn't want her to, like, want to be unalive. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want her to be going through what she's going through mentally, but I just don't think she's ever going to step up, take accountability, say sorry to anyone. And that's sad, because you got to think about it, even in relationships. Like, you know, what relationship is going to last when you can't take accountability for shit, or you blame it on your ADHD? You know what I mean? So there is that. But yeah, that is that, guys. I think I'm gonna end the live here and get back to editing my creep show art video. So what's today? Monday, Tuesday. I wanted to go up at least by Wednesday or Thursday. Well, I'm trying here, but I stopped every single thing that I was doing for this week with my uploads. I haven't uploaded in 6 days because I've been working on this creep show art video, because she's creepy. She's another one. I'm not going to talk about her because I just spent a whole bunch of time talking about her, but in this video. So that will be going up hopefully very soon. Did you not watch the Jessie Smiles video? Yeah, I watched Jessie Smiles. Unless she just came out with the video today, I watched Jessie Smiles video. Wait. Michelle Carter, I did a whole video on all that, unless Jessie Smiles just came out with one, which I don't think she did. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle Carter. Watch my video called the Gabbie Hanna video that I did. Yeah, it's involving Jessie Smiles and everything, but what else? You're being honest, and sadly she won't watch this because it's not in her favor. Yeah. They were speaking to EAF. I've watched every single video. She's trying to scare her audience again because she's coming out with a new album that she is promoting in this crazy behavior. Yeah, that's what she does too. That could be a thing too. I think her message is ridiculous. I think that if she really was trying to tell us about her ADHD, talk about all that, then just say it. Her audience loves the video. As usual, acting like this is to drop more music. I agree. It's really, really good. Yeah. So, okay, guys, we're gonna end this live because Gabbie Hanna. Fun fact, Creepshow Art and Gabbie Hanna were little besties for a long time. Oh, really? Listen, I just made this. I'm currently editing this video for Creepshow Art, and she creepy. Can't imagine. And another person who won't take accountability because Creepshow Art, real quick, then I won't talk about Creepshow Art because I say so much about Creepshow Art. But with Creepshow Art, real quickly, she won't ever come back to apologize. She may come on as a new person, but she will never actually come back and apologize because what she did was actually illegal in all 50 states. So for her to actually apologize to Emily would be her also admitting to a crime. So I know she wouldn't do that. But anyways, yeah, ready to glare. All right, guys, so I'm gonna end it, and thank you so much for watching this live. Like, I can't believe the amount of people that watch this live. Like, that's what's up. But I had to vent about Gabbie Hanna. I thought she was gonna be unaliving herself, and it turns out she's just wants attention. Bye, Faith. GK, thank you. Yeah, it just turns out Gabbie Hanna wants... Thanks, Big Brain. Moisa, things are always loves. Thanks, Mickey. Monor. I'm so sorry. I just totally butchered your name. Paige, Alora, Pragya. You speak facts. Everyone in this chat needs to subscribe to you. Oh, thanks, Violet. That's so nice. All that jazz. Thank you. Bye, Brooke. Eduardo, you're doing great as always. Have a great day. Puka Shell 92. Bye. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorta Sophie. Bye. Bye, guys. Oh, back to editing Creepshow Art. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.